Monochromatic monitoring spreadsheet with multiple witness chips. This video describes the automatic creation of monochromatic monitoring spreadsheets with multiple witness chips. This feature is available as an option in the Monitoring Monitoring Spreadsheet menu. Its operation is demonstrated using a 44-layer hot mirror as an example. In the File Arrow Project menu of OptiLayer, open the directory LEC25D29. Load into RAM the data files needed to run this exercise. These are the substrate 1.52, the layer materials 1.45 and 2.35, the target file hot mirror, and the design HM44. Open the T and R and phase window to see the spectral transmittance of this design. Monitoring spreadsheets with multiple monitoring chips are created using the Monitoring to Monitoring Spreadsheet menu item. In the upper right part of the Monochromatic Monitoring Spreadsheet window, set the number of chips to 4. Click the Auto Assign button. In the Auto Assign Chips window, set the wavelength range to 400 to 800 nanometers and the wavelength step to 5 nanometers. Set the lower limit for the EV value to 4% and the lower and upper limits of the final and initial swing values, swing fin and swing in to 10% and 90%. Set the maximum number of different monitoring wavelength on each chip to 4. Click OK button. The monitoring spreadsheet will be created in a fraction of a second. It suggests using only 2 monitoring chips out of the allowed 4, with layers 1 through 26 monitored by the first chip and layers 27 through 44 monitored by the second chip. The monitoring signal for layers of the first and second chips can be viewed in tabs 1 and 2. Both chips use 4 different monitoring wavelengths. With the limits set for the final and initial swing values, all monitoring criteria are met for all layers. Let's see what happens if we narrow the acceptable ranges for swing fin and swing in values. In the criteria violation window, change the lower limits to 20% and the upper limits to 80%. The new criteria will be violated for the 8 layers monitored by the first chip and the 7 layers monitored by the second chip. Click the Auto Assign button to set the new, higher requirements to swing fin and swing in values. Click OK button. The monitoring spreadsheet will be created in a few seconds. Now it suggests using all 4 monitoring chips with layers 1 through 22 monitored by the first chip, layers 23 through 26 monitored by the second chip, layers 27 through 38 monitored by the third chip, and layers 39 through 44 monitored by the fourth chip. Monitoring signals for the 4 chips can be viewed in tabs 1, 2, 3, 4. Overall, there are only 5 design layers where the new monitoring requirements are violated. Let's try one more experiment. Click the Auto Assign button and change the lower and upper limits for the swing fin and swing in values to 15% and 85% respectively. Also set the maximum number of different monitoring wavelength on each chip to 6. Click the OK button. The created monitoring spreadsheet now suggests 4 monitoring chips, with layers 1 through 18 monitored by the first chip, layers 19 through 26 monitored by the second chip, 27 through 42 monitored by the third chip, and last layers 43 and 44 monitored by the fourth chip. Monitoring signals for the chips can be viewed in tabs 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there is only one design layer, layer 2, where the monitoring requirements are violated, and deviations of the final and initial swing values from these requirements are minimal. 4 designs with monitoring strategies created as described above are saved in the design database. Let us change the number of different monitoring wavelength from the default 2 to 3. Click Strategy button, select Swing Optimization Strategy, and change the lower and upper limits for the swing fin and swing in values to 15% and 85%. Click the OK button to begin the process of generating a new monitoring spreadsheet. The monitoring spreadsheet will again be created in a few seconds. The number of design layers where the specified criteria are violated has decreased. In most layers, deviations from the criteria values are minor and may be acceptable. Nevertheless, we will try to create spreadsheets with a larger number of wavelength switches. With 4 different monitoring wavelengths, there are 6 layers in which the specified criteria are violated, and deviations from the criteria values can be considered insignificant. Increasing the number of different monitoring wavelengths to 7 reduces the number of such layers to 1, and all deviations are insignificant. The created monitoring spreadsheet can be exported via the Results to Monitoring Spreadsheet Report menu item. It can also be saved in the design database as a design with the created spreadsheet by selecting the Data to Save Data to Save Design option. The design saved in this way is stored in the design database under the name HM 44 Street 4, 7 meters wide.